Hey folks, just want to do a quick little talk about. It's really into the season finale for season 6 Game of Thrones, specifically Cersei, and the whole topic of self-fulfilling prophecies. Now, I don't remember if it was season 5 or it was earlier this season. I think it was season 5 where you had that flashback with Cersei, and I think it was Maggie, I think she was that witch, and she had like a couple of, was it, no, had one friend with her, Cersei had one of her friends with her, and the whole prophecy about how she would have 3 kids and she would marry the king, but then, he would have, all these kids, and eventually, like, she would become queen, but then she would get overthrown by someone, younger than her, more beautiful, and so on. And, her whole development, especially with relation to that prophecy, it's been some, like, I've just kind of seen, like, it's not, there is a tragic element to it, but I kind of look at her and kind of see her really as, like, quite foolish and such. And I know there are people out there who are fans of her. There are things about her that make me, like, grind my teeth, but at the same time, like, it's like she's made all this stuff to happen, and I really felt like just really so, like, really bad for Tommen. Tommen, even though he's a, bastard born of incest, he was the one, what they call him, they called him the Boy King and Sweet Tommen and all that. It was just like he was just destroyed by his mother's controlling nature, and the fact that I think, it's like she felt that the prophecy was going to happen one way or another, so she decided to accelerate it. It was almost kind of like Oedipus Rex, but with conscious, awareness of what she was doing. It wasn't like she just tried to run from it and then, oh, it happened another way. That like Oedipus Rex killing his father, marrying his mother, and him all along the way trying to avoid it. She literally, like, step by step by step by step by step, she just made it happen. It was like, it's gonna happen. It's just the way it is. And it's interesting to see the dynamic between Jamie and her because Jamie does not really hold these pretensions that he's good. He realizes his honor has been tarnished, especially since he's called the Kingslayer repeatedly. And generally speaking, like, it seems like no matter what he does, he cannot escape that. And he's just kind of submitted himself to that. And it's kind of like, the irony of his character, I think, is that at this point he's kind of the voice of reason. We see him arrive at the end. After Tommen's dead, King's Landing's on fire. Cersei's just been queen. You see that look he gives Cersei, and so, I mean, it's gonna be really, really. I don't think the right word would be ironic if he ends up being the one who kills her. Especially since, like, so much of her behavior is just paralleling, King Aerys II, the Mad King. Using finally she's the one who uses Wildfire. He's King Aerys, he's the one who's like, has it all set up and is about to use it, but then, like, what was it, 17, 20 years earlier when Robert's Rebellion happened, like, he had it all set up, but then was he the one who actually got to use it? No, he wasn't. He got killed before he could do that. But Cersei's the one who she finds out about it, and she's just like, okay, let's go, let's do this, and it's gonna be ironic and really, like, striking, I think, if he ends up becoming the Valonqar, the younger brother, because yeah, he is technically speaking younger, but it's not like, it's like, what, a few minutes younger, which, yeah, he still makes him the younger brother, but it's not that obvious younger brother as Tyrion, and I think that might, that's gonna make it even more tragic that what Tyrion went through, because Tyrion, if he ends up not being the one who ends up killing her, it's gonna be like, wow, like, this guy over here, was the one who came after you and killed you, not that guy over there, and the one who you abused all these years for a crime that he wasn't even, guilty of. Tyrion was just born. He didn't decide to kill Joanna Lannister, his mother. He was born. He's a child, and Jamie recognized the fact, but Cersei never could. So I don't know. Like, some people want to feel sorry for her, but I just feel like she made the prophecies come. The prophecy, come true, or the prophecies come true. And I felt really bad for Tommen going through that, because it's like, we've all heard stories of people who have control freak, parents, and it's like, the only way out for him was death. at that point. You know, he was the one who was relatively normal. He was not psychotic like Joffrey. And I mean, you could say Marcella was relatively normal, but like, I don't know if Tommen really like figured out that he was a bastard born of incest. I mean, I don't remember any like real scenes there. He had this desire for actually living a real fulfilling life and trying to be a good king, you know. And it just got dashed by Cersei, and you know he was actually in love with Marjorie. And yeah, we know she was manipulative and all those kinds of things, but compared to Cersei, like, you know, like even Marjorie wasn't going to go that far from the sounds of things. And it was all just denied to him. So, you know, that's kind of my take on the whole thing. I know a lot of things have been talked about before. I mean, there's a whole like, you know, that prophecy, the Valon car and the three children. You know, that gold will be their crowns, gold will be their shrouds, and you know all the rest of the stuff that Maggie covered in that. But anyways, that's my take on it. I don't really feel, you know, the kind of sympathy for Cersei that some people feel. And I don't want to utterly hate her, but just her kind of solipsism, you know. She's the only one who really exists. She's the only good person. You know, everybody else is evil enough to get her, and everyone else is an enemy. And it will be her downfall. And I really hope it's Jaime who redeems himself by killing her. I'm sorry, Cersei fans, but that's how I feel, and I'm hoping that, you know, Jaime and Brienne, you know, but then again there's Tormund, and it's Game of Thrones, so really can't expect things to turn out the way you want them to turn out. But don't have much else to say. I think I'm gonna end here. Thanks for watching, and I'd like to hear your take on things. I mean, I know there are other videos out there, but really, you know. Anyways, thanks. Bye.